Science has brought many innovations to the society. The word science may flash different pictures on your mind, such as viewing things at the atomic level using a special microscope, advancements in medicine, kinds of energy used in daily life, and explorations in outer space. All of these were explored by many scientists for many years. So what is science? From its etymology, it comes from the Latin word scientia, which means knowledge. Later on in English, it became body of knowledge. It covers all the different parts of the natural and physical world. Science is also an ongoing process that lets us explain and understand the many wonders we see around us. As a broad collection of knowledge, science is grouped into three main branches. Physical science focuses on the study of matter and energy, what things are made of, and how they move, change, and interact with forces and energy. Earth science covers all fields that help us understand our planet Earth, its makeup, history, and how it works, along with the study of space and other celestial bodies. Life science centers on all living organisms, how they grow, survive, reproduce, and behave, as well as how they relate to and depend on their surroundings. Science evolved from noticing simple patterns, and scientists' careful experiments and observations also build on ideas from earlier philosophers. For example, early Greek thinkers believed everything in the world was made of just four basic elements: earth, water, air, and fire. This idea was widely accepted for a very long time. Later, English scientist John Dalton put forward his atomic theory, explaining that all matter is actually made of tiny, fundamental particles called atoms. From that point, deeper study of atoms and their properties continued, leading to many amazing breakthroughs. Understanding atoms has opened up countless practical uses. This knowledge forms the foundation of advances like medical imaging tools, new types of materials, and nuclear energy. When we take scientific knowledge and turn it into real-world uses and solutions, that is what we call technology. Technology is the practical application of everything science discovers. Technology does not always mean machines or gadgets. It can also be a carefully designed process, and tissue culture is one powerful example of this. Tissue culture technology works on a simple but remarkable principle. It can grow a complete, healthy, new organism from just a tiny piece of living tissue. For plants, this means taking a small sample from a healthy adult plant, placing it in a specially formulated nutrient-rich gel or liquid, and growing it under strictly controlled conditions, including perfect temperature, light, and moisture levels, to keep it free from infection. While widely used for plants, this method can also be adapted to grow and study animal tissues for medical research. This exact technology is what Dr. Remedios Sison Flamiano used to build her successful, multi-million peso banana tissue culture business in General Santos City. She applied this method to clone high-performing, desirable banana varieties. She added precise amounts of plant growth hormones to the gel-like culture medium, triggering the tiny tissue samples to develop into new banana suckers. The process takes careful timing. It takes roughly 3 months for the first small shoots to form, and after 2 more months of steady care, the young seedlings are strong enough to be moved into pots and raised in a nursery. Beyond running her own business, Dr. Flamiano made a point of sharing this knowledge widely. She taught local farmers and partnered with large agricultural companies, giving them access to a method that was once hard to use. The biggest benefit of this work is consistent, reliable crop quality. Tissue culture produces banana plants that are genetically identical to the strong parent, completely free of viruses and soil-borne diseases, and able to grow more vigorously than traditionally grown crops. This has strengthened livelihoods across the region and made local banana farming more sustainable. Building on what we learned about tissue culture as one powerful example of technology as a working process, we turn now to another vital process technology: food irradiation. Food irradiation is a carefully controlled process that uses targeted ionizing radiation, most commonly gamma rays, electron beams, or X-rays, to treat food. It works by breaking down the DNA of harmful organisms, stopping them from growing or reproducing, without damaging the food itself. It targets dangerous germs that cause foodborne illness, including Salmonella typhi, Escherichia coli, norovirus, hepatitis A virus, and Shigella bacteria, which are common causes of food poisoning, severe stomach illness, and even long-term health problems. Beyond safety, this process slows spoilage and stops produce from ripening too fast, keeping food fresher, preserving its quality, and drastically extending its shelf life, which also cuts down on unnecessary food waste. Just as tissue culture is made accessible to local farmers and businesses, food irradiation services are provided here by the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute. As the official government body leading this work, PNRI makes irradiation services available to everyone, from small food producers to hospitals, universities, and government agencies. Its uses go far beyond food safety. It also sterilizes medical tools and supplies to make them completely germ-free, supports advanced scientific research, and tests new ways to use radiation responsibly. PNRI runs 3 specialized irradiation facilities based in Quezon City: the Cobalt-60 Multipurpose Irradiation Facility, the Gamma-Cell 220, and the Electron Beam Irradiation Facility, each built to handle different types of materials and meet specific treatment needs. A common question about this process is whether irradiated food becomes dangerous to eat. The short answer, as confirmed by global health experts, is no. Irradiated foods are not radioactive at all, so they are perfectly safe. The radiation used only targets germs and spoilage organisms. It does not stay in the food, alter its nutrients, or make it harmful in any way. Beyond these practical processes, technology also takes the form of finished, tangible products we use every day. These are items built by applying scientific knowledge to solve real needs, such as mobile phones and laptops that connect us across distances, cosmetics formulated with advanced chemistry, construction materials made to be stronger and more durable, and all kinds of transportation that help us travel and trade. Every one of these is another way science turns ideas into something we can use. Earlier, we explored how tissue culture technology can grow an entire healthy banana plant from just a tiny piece of tissue, and how food irradiation protects our meals from harmful germs while keeping them fresh longer. These examples show exactly how science and technology work closely together to create real, positive change. Now, we will connect all these ideas clearly and learn how the Philippines supports and leads this important work. Think about this. How does technology make your life comfortable? Technology shapes almost every part of your daily life to make things simpler, safer, and more convenient. It gives us steady electricity for lights and appliances, clean water straight from the tap, and fast ways to talk to anyone anywhere in the world. It keeps our food safe to eat and fresh for much longer, helps doctors find and treat illnesses quickly, and gives us reliable transport to get to school, work, or visit loved ones. Every one of these comforts comes from taking what science discovers and turning it into tools and methods we can actually use. Let's go through 3 key questions to build a full understanding. First, what is science? Science comes from the Latin word scientia, which means knowledge. It is 2 things at once. It is the organized, proven body of facts we have learned about the natural and physical world, and it is also the ongoing, careful process of observing, asking questions, running tests, and studying to uncover how things really work. It builds on past ideas and keeps growing as we learn more. Second, what are the main branches of science? Science is grouped into 3 broad, connected branches. Physical science focuses on matter, energy, forces, and how all things interact and change. Earth science studies the structure, history, and systems of our planet, along with stars, planets, and all of space. Life science explores all living organisms, from tiny bacteria to large plants and animals, how they grow, survive, and relate to their surroundings. Third, what is technology? Give examples. Technology is the practical application of scientific knowledge to solve real problems and meet human needs. It is not just fancy gadgets. It can be a working process or a finished product. Process examples include the tissue culture used to grow disease-free crops and food irradiation that keeps our food safe. Product examples include smartphones, laptops, medical equipment, durable building materials, and all forms of transport we use every day. Who leads and supports this work here in the Philippines? On January 30th, 1987, Executive Order Number 128 formally created the Department of Science and Technology, or DOST. Its official mandate is to provide clear central direction, strong leadership, and proper coordination for every science and technology project across the country. It ensures that all discoveries and innovations are used where they bring the greatest good, to boost our economy, improve public services, and lift the quality of life for every Filipino. DOST aims to produce world-class research and solutions that help our farmers, workers, and communities thrive, now and in the years ahead. Science asks the important questions. Technology turns the answers into action. And with dedicated leadership like DOST, we build a future that works for all of us.